Grandma Jeff, and it was around 1908 it was.
She and her best friend decided that before they went off looking for jobs, that they wanted to have an adventure. And what they wanted to do was see the United States. All my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. So they got this car, and
there's a lot of it that we don't really know. We know where she was. You know, she went Albuquerque, she went to San Diego, she was out on the West Coast.
Came back across the southern part of the United States. And some of the way they were driving across the nation was like the first transcontinental road, and parts of it that they were on were still dirt roads.
You'll discover that they had a lot of trouble with those cars, getting them to go across the territory they had to go through. So, and you better have somebody who knew mechanics and plenty of spare inner tubes. And you had to figure out where to get gasoline and carry enough cans of it with you to get to the next place.
You know, it's not the same as it used to be when she did that epic adventure. You know, when she would get stopped because she was a woman by herself. And
her parents had foreseen that. And her father being sheriff of Yates County, if they were arrested, they would have the arresting officers contact the sheriff of Yates County, and he would ascertain that, oh yes, they indeed had permission to do this. But still some of the places were reluctant to let them go on because they were unchaperoned women. It's not surprising there were laws like that, considering women, they couldn't vote. They weren't allowed to buy a house or own property. It had to be their husband that owned it. Then they both had to come back and get married and get jobs, or get jobs and get married.
What Grandma Jeff did to do all that was very brave, to go across the country, and so was it for my mother when she went across as well, but for a different reason, you know, to visit my dad when he was ill. It's amazing, isn't it? Because now we just go everywhere, don't we?
Okay, sorry, I literally just got back, so I'm like a little...
I'm sure you're in a different time zone now. You're in my time zone, so there you go.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Boston was pretty cold this weekend, I think.
It was. It was cold. I didn't love that, but I did like, it was pretty.